Hey guys, just a little recap of last night's debate. So what I have been arguing with and going back and forth with people all day about is the fact that Trump wouldn't denounce white supremacists. Okay, how many times does he have to denounce one group? Not only has he denounced that group on more than one occasion, he's denounced it before he was the president, during the time he was running in 2016, and at the time when he became the president. So how many times does he have to keep saying it over and over again? And what does he have to do for you to believe it? Like, I was just watching another video, and she said if Trump was to write every black person in the world $1 million check, you still wouldn't be happy. Now, you're going to go cash that check, but you still wouldn't be happy. And that's the issue I have with a lot of people. You see what he's done. You see the difference of the world from 4 years ago when Obama was coming out and Trump coming in. You see the difference in what it was then and what it was now. Me personally, I was a lifelong Democrat too. I was hard-headed too. I voted for Joe Biden and them just because Obama was black. Trust me, we all did it. The issue is you're not looking at the facts. You're looking at what CNN and ABC News and New York Times and all of them are telling you, and they lying to your face. And I didn't like the debate for a couple of different reasons. I kind of tuned it out at points because I feel like Chris Wallace was the wrong person to be the moderator. A moderator is supposed to be biased in the situation. A moderator is supposed to allow this person to have his 2 minutes to explain, this person have his 2 minutes to explain, and then if they start talking over each other, then you can settle the situation. I feel like Chris Wallace was the wrong person to do that. I feel like he's a liberal and he was completely on Joe Biden's side, and it was like Trump was debating two people, and that shouldn't have been the case. I do wish Trump had went just a little bit harder on certain situations, such as what he has done for Black America. Because I feel like the people that are still sitting in the middle, which I don't know why you're still sitting in the middle, or why it's even still a topic of you sitting in the middle, and it's like 5 weeks before the election. And at this point, and if you're sitting in the middle at this point, then you're probably going to vote for Trump. Let's just keep it real at this point. Because there's nothing nowhere that you could tell me that Joe Biden has done or said something amazing for Black people or America. Joe Biden has been in politics for 47 years. That's more than my lifetime. That's more than most people I know lifetimes. Like, he's been in politics for all of my damn life. What has he done in those 47 years besides author the 1994 crime bill, which locked up so many Black people for little stuff for life, separating the Black man from his household? He called Black people predators. He's continually said stuff like all Black people think alike, that's the furthest thing from the truth. He said, what do you have to lose voting for me? What do I have to lose? My 401k, my job, the fact that I may not have a job if your ass come in, because you talking about shutting the country down and the economy down when the economy is still moving. Most people are still working, although yes, it's in the midst of a pandemic. Then, like, everything that he said was a lie. Like, no, 100,000 people have not died. Did you not see the news that the CDC gave the real numbers from coronavirus? And that it's a 97% rate that you can get rid of coronavirus, because it's just like a cold or a flu or pneumonia. Meaning, if you have other issues such as heart disease, high blood pressure, breathing issues, obesity, anything else that you have going on, and you're older, you have less of a chance of living with coronavirus. Which somebody can die from a common cold. And if you don't know that, then you need to go back to science class. But it's just, I hated that part of the debate. I really don't feel like nobody won, because I just wish Trump had honed in on the stuff that he has done. And I just wish he had said, okay, say it again. I know you've said it 100 times, but say it again. So maybe they'll feel some type of comfortable, which they not. They're just going to find something else to not like about you. But say it again. If they need you to say it again, say it 100,000 times. Like, he's denounced the KKK. He's denounced Antifa. Like, what else do you want him to say? What else do you want him to do? Like, nobody, no president has done more for the black community than President Trump. No other president besides Abraham Lincoln. So I'm trying to understand, what else do you want him to say? What else do you want him to do to make you feel more comfortable? He still got my vote. Trust and believe. I don't care what you do, what you and your family do, but what we doing over here, we vote for Trump. Because my 401k never looked better. I never worked like I worked in the 4 years that Trump was president. And I don't think people realize that, because I work in the hospitality industry. And anybody that knows the hospitality industry, you know it has its peaks. And usually during the summertime, which is end of June, July, first part of August, we call it family reunion season, which we don't have the great big conferences that we have in January, February, March. We don't have those. So it slows down. So that means you're not working the hours that you were once working. So you may either be partly laid off because you're only working 2, maybe 3 days a week, or you just at home for 2 weeks straight. Versus all of a sudden you working 7 days straight or 14 days straight, and you tired as all get out, but you appreciative because dang, you remember a time when you were sitting at home for 2 weeks straight. Or even during the holidays, like the last big thing may be in probably like October, if that, and then nothing else happens. Like then you have the Christmas season, which those are just companies are having their Christmas parties, which may be a day or maybe a 2-day thing. They might have a dinner and a luncheon or something small. Goes back to who wants to be not really working like that around Christmas time? Nobody. Let me tell you, before I left the Marquee and went to where I'm at now, child, like we didn't have a slow period. Like the slow period didn't happen. And I really think that has a lot to do with Trump. Like people were just constantly having conferences. Like even during Thanksgiving period, people were having big conferences at hotels, at the Georgia World Congress Center, and they were all staying at the Marquee. So it's like America Smart had a freaking mart almost every other month, and they usually only have it like 3 times a year. So I mean, the economy was booming in more ways than one. The stock market was doing better than ever. And it's still doing better than ever, even in the midst of a pandemic. they've had 1 or 2 days here and there. Like yesterday they had a bad day, but they always have a bad day right up before a debate. But I don't know what you want him to say. I'm tired of arguing with some of y'all. I'm not arguing with you no more about who, what, when, what, why, what time. It's just going to be what it's going to be. You're going to vote for who you're going to vote for. And Trump is still going to win by a landslide because of all that's still going on in these other cities. Trump cannot control what's going on in these other cities if they don't allow him to. That's between the governors and the mayors of Portland and Minnesota and New York. That's their issue. Trump can call them and say, hey, if you need me, I'm here. And then they come back with, we don't want your type of help. Hey, you said you don't want my type of help, but your people are dying every day on the streets. But you know, that's my little tidbit for it. Everybody know I have an opinion. I'm going to state my opinion, and that's just what it is. We can be cool and not have to agree on everything, but I'm not going to argue with you because I know right from wrong, and I do have common sense. Some people, common sense ain't that common. But I'll holler at y'all later. Peace.